Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and if you have opened up Marvel Future Fight in the last few hours, you've probably seen this image. And it says error codename sorceress up at the top, and then it's got a fake broken image, and then it says asset 3 underscore not underscore found, search web view. Now, this is usually where the banner for whatever current events we have going on right now goes. So the House of X, update event, the St. Patrick's Day green uniform sale event. But it seems as though this is it's one of two things here, guys. We are precariously close to April 1st, and Marvel Future Fight likes to post an April Fool's joke every year. Last year, they posted the Marvel Future Fight retro mode before the Sabretooth Wolverine X-Force update, where they had like 8-bit versions of Warpath and Sabretooth and Juggernaut. Some people thought that was a real game mode, by the way. 2 years ago, they had the Marvel, or 3 years ago, they had the Marvel Future Fight dance-off game mode, where they made an image implying that there was going to be some sort of dancing game mode with Amadeus Cho and Star-Lord. Some people also believed that was a real game mode. That was obviously not. And probably the most notable one was they referenced the original Infinity War storyline in the comics, and it was Thanos farming mode. And it was an image with Thanos like wiping his brow, and there's like fields behind him. Really, really funny. Again, some people still think that was a game mode. So I personally think that this is an April Fool's joke. However, given the recent F-ups, given the recent laundry list, long list of goof-ups that the Netmarble team has been dealing with in Marvel Future Fight, these guys have made more mistakes than I've made videos at this point. They're on a roll for mistakes made. My guess is someone got an itchy finger over at Netmarble and they loaded this up too soon. This was probably supposed to start showing up tomorrow night, which would be April 1st in Asia. But yeah, they messed it up, and so it's a day early. Yikes. Now, for those of you that... I'm actually going to cue into the game music here. For those of you that actually want to try and look at the image as not a mistake and not an April Fool's joke, but actually a real thing, if it's real, if it's not fake, if it's not an April Fool's joke, then it's probably very heavily hinting at Scarlet Witch Tier 3. Now, I don't even want to say those words side by side because it makes me want to hurl. The last thing we need in Marvel Future Fight is another Blast Tier 3. The second last thing we need is another strong Blast female Tier 3. And the third last thing we need is Scarlet Witch Tier 3. I don't care how many whiny, thirsty, horny fanboys there are that really want this. It's pathetic and sad, and it's really, really not what we need. Hopefully the devs know that by now. Hopefully they're finally getting in touch with what the players actually want. And they're like, oh, so the player base is not desperately, infatuated with Jean Grey 24/7, huh? So they don't just want Marvel Future Fight to be Marvel Blast female fight. Huh, okay. Well, let's meme ourselves. Let's make fun of ourselves for making so many overpowered Blast female characters. And you know what? Overpowered Blast males as well. Anyways, let's meme ourselves by pretending that we're going to Tier 3 Scarlet Witch. I'm desperately hoping that that's what they're saying because, again, guys, as much as you like Scarlet Witch, you have to admit, we just got Professor X. This makes absolutely no sense. The only sense that it makes is the fact that they put Sorceress up in the top left corner, which is a pretty big giveaway for Scarlet Witch. There's a few other sorceresses, which we'll talk about in a second, but it's most likely Scarlet Witch. And then the fact that they purposely capitalized the S and the W after the T3. So the T3 would be the T3 hint, which we always look for. And then the search web SW would be Scarlet Witch. Again, I'm praying on this being an early April Fool's joke, but that would be why people are overreacting, and that's why people are sort of interpreting it as a Scarlet Witch Tier 3 sneak peek. If they're not fooling us, if this is not a prank, then yeah, it's a pretty good sneak peek for Tier 3 Scarlet Witch. That being said, everything I said about Scarlet Witch is still true. We don't need her. That's actually the last thing this game needs right now is more OP Blast characters, more Tier 3 Blast characters. Especially because they technically gave us 2 tier 3 blast characters with this update because they reworked Magneto. So a lot of players are sort of stuck between, do I spend 10 blast books on Professor X or do I spend them on Magneto? So going back to back would be the most tone-deaf shit ever. Not to mention, they should honestly be memeing on the fact that, like, we have no game modes and we have no rewards. So really, the April Fool's joke should be like, new game mode, pay crystals to get no reward, and then, your phone overheats and the battery dies and you have to buy a new phone. That would be a funny meme, because that's true. It's basically what we do now in Marvel Future Fight. We spend a bunch of time, we burn our batteries for nothing, and then at the end of the day, we still have to spend crystals to have fun, i.e. legendary battles, danger room, etc. Anyways, salty Cynicalex aside, if the tier 3 sorceress is not Scarlet Witch, but it is a hint for another tier 3, I did a little bit of research here. It's possible, unfortunately, that instead of referring to the blast female Scarlet Witch, they could be referring to the blast female Magic. She is also a sorceress. She was also actually the Sorceress Supreme. She took over for Doctor Strange temporarily. She has very powerful magic, strong magic. I don't know how you refer to it. Anyways, could be Magic, could be Scarlet Witch, could be Loki. Now, Loki is a bit of a harder one to understand, but he is both a sorcerer and a sorceress, because he takes over a female's body. Yup, Loki boobies. Yep, we all love that. Remember when Loki was cool? Anywho, there are a few more sorceresses in the game. Remember her? Yeah, we paid money for her. I know, right? Tragedy. At least they made her leadership worth a damn. Not bad. Morgan Le Fay, also boobies. If you watch Runaways Season 3, also a sorceress, also taught Doctor Doom. So it could be a Morgan Le Fay, Doctor Doom double tier 3 to really destroy our hearts and souls, and also 20 Universal books, which is pretty brutal. You also have Sister Grimm, another Runaways cast member. Sister Grimm is technically a sorceress. You also have everyone else's other favorite thirst trap, Satana. You have Celine, who's not in the game, but she's a mutant and also a sorceress. She's pretty powerful. Check out Necrotia. And then last but not least, my favorite choice, personally, if we were actually going to get a sorceress tier 3, my girl Clea, the half-human, half-Faltine, white-haired mistress of D. Strange. Also very powerful. Honestly, very underpowered for how strong she is in the comics. Another piece of evidence, although there's like a mountain of evidence to disprove the quote from the live stream where Kim said that characters in Marvel Future Fight reflect their comic power, that it's comics accurate. Yeah, Dormammu, Odin, Adam Warlock, Destroyer, Clea, Satana, Hellstorm, Nova, Baron Mordo, Ultron, literally, let's go, both Ghost Riders, like more than half Black Bolt, more than half the roster begs to disagree with that ridiculously inaccurate statement. So, I was pretty excited when I saw that sneak peek, because I thought it was like a new way for them to give us sneak peeks, and I thought, they recognize that the game is kind of experiencing quite a lot of turmoil right now, so why don't we sort of spice things up by giving them a really early sneak peek and like breadcrumbing them for the next couple of weeks. But then I realized it's very close to April Fool's, so this is most likely an April Fool's joke. However, they've responded to this on the forums and Twitter already, so I'm a little bit confused here. So on Twitter they said, "We have received multiple reports of agents experiencing the same in-game error message when opening the game. Our team is currently looking into the matter. We thank you for your continued patience and support." So yeah, I don't know. I'm yawning. I don't know if this is their attempt at comedy, or if they genuinely didn't mean. I mean, there's no way. There's no way that thing they posted was not real. I mean, that's not an accident. You don't. Why would there be the T3? Like, you know what I mean? If there was an error message, it would look like a generic 404 bad gateway error message. It wouldn't look like something that was fabricated. Not to mention the lines in the background that you see that are supposed to simulate sort of like a broken web page. You can clearly see that the guy copied and pasted them because they're the same on the top as they are on the bottom. You can literally line them up. So it's 100% made. They made it. It's 100% made. Now again, whether this is a rogue agent at Netmarble trying to give us advanced information, or whether this is, again, their attempt at humor in light of everything that's going on, I don't know. They also doubled down and posted on the forums, Marvel Future Fight forum banner error. This is CM Fragment. Please note that some of the banners in the forum are displaying incorrectly. The cause of this issue is under investigation. We will do our best to resolve it quickly. Now, it's actually not clear. It says banners in the forum, so I actually don't think this was posted at the same time, like literally the same minute. You can see this 11:30 p.m., 23:30. Posted on the exact same minute. They synchronized their watches, CM Fragment and Cage. But yeah, I don't think this actually has to do with the in-game banner, but they're trying their best to sort of play it off as a mistake or an error or some sort of thing that needs to be investigated. But yeah, I'm pretty sure, and I'm honestly hoping that it's just an April Fool's joke. Additionally, love that word, they sent over a... I gotta open these boxes. They sent over a... Oh, by the way, I was number 1 in squad battle. They sent over 10 tokens as an admin gift to everyone who was affected by the squad battle mistake. So there you go. Collect your tokens. Make sure that in the future you give yourselves a lot of room to, you know, play squad battle before the daily reset, because on the last day, not on every day, but on the last day, so six days, 9 hours, on that last day when it says like 9 hours left, make sure that you play squad battle and you you know, get your scores in and get your tokens if there's an event in the future, so that doesn't happen to you then, because now we know, so we kind of can't blame Netmarble anymore, which is a bummer, because I always want to blame Netmarble. Anywho, let me know what you think of this April Fool's sneak peek. Let me know if you want or don't want Wanda tier 3. Honestly, as much as I hate giving this answer, nowadays when people ask me who I want to see in the game, not just as a tier 3, but just in general, like new characters added to the game, there's tons of characters that I want added to the game. There's tons of characters that I want to get awakened skills. Well, no, not awakened skills. There's tons of characters that I want to get tier 3s, but that's not what the game needs. And, you know, ignoring the harsh reality of the game and just, you know, Omega Red. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm tired of that version of myself. So I just have a really boring answer, and I'm just like, you know what, man, I don't really care if we get any characters. I would love to have 1 or 2 updates back to back where we get 0 new characters and we just get reworks to old characters with uniforms, and we get massive reworks to game modes and rewards. That would make me bust a fat nut, giggity, and that would make, I would spend hundreds of dollars in the game to say thank you if they actually went ahead and did that for us. But not going to hold my breath for something that's probably impossible, because we've never seen that before, so we'll probably never see it 5 years from now. Anywho, thanks for watching. Let me know your comments down below, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.